Hello, my friends. Apologies for not being on our regularly scheduled time yesterday. Got family in town. Makes it a little difficult to get the recordings and stuff done sometimes. So here I am today making up for it. I just want to let everybody know we've also started doing the daily videos again, SPY daily videos, rather than doing them all like the week ahead on every Sunday. We're just posting them day by day. And you should see the April videos coming out relatively soon, within like the next 2 weeks tops. So what we're going to cover in this live SPY, obviously, we're going to cover Bitcoin. I'm going to go over QUBT. If somebody reminds me, I'll go over QUBT. And we can take a look at Theta. I'm sure there's people that want to look at Theta. And then also there's questions and answers. People on our Discord for the channel, people with the paying subscriptions have access to the live stream questions. So I'll answer some of those questions as well. Or if you're interested in asking questions, all you got to do is go to our YouTube channel, Tower for Traders, and click on the join button. It's $49.99 a month. Gets you supporter badge, and it gets you unlimited questions on any of our lives. Those are the two ways that you can ask questions on these things. I'll show you how to get the subscriptions at the end of the live as well. All right, guys. So far so good, right? We had this peak here with a sharp drop out of it, and my sense is that we're very likely opening lower. This is a good example of the type of chart drawings that you get with the early access subscription. I'm not right all the time. See, I gray them out if they didn't come to fruition, but like for the most part, we're pretty on point. Especially when we just doing it a day ahead, 2 days ahead, something like that. But we get out all the way. We get out all the way into like the end of the year in some of these 1 years. That's something you see in the total access subscription. Any case, so we should have a failed attempt to break through key resistance that we expect to break through on the 4th, followed by a decline through key support. My sense is that there's a good trade in here. I discussed it on the daily videos for this. I'm going to put it in Discord right after this live. A day trade to open up a long, close along the next day. But I would be looking to open up short position probably on the 5th, and you could exit out of it on the 7th, or you could risk exit out of it on the 10th. But there's a high and a low there, so it's a little tricky. This is a more comfortable card to be opening up long positions and closing shorts, the Empress card. So most likely that's what will transpire as things progress through the week. The last trade that I put on, which I announced at the very last minute of trading today, was to open up a short position, looking to close out of that short position. If there's a good profit first thing in the morning, more likely though, it'll be somewhere here around the lows in midday. And there's a pretty good price swing in here. I might have left out in the video. There's a possible lowest low here. There's a possible lowest low, and a possible highest high just before 3 o'clock. Give it an hour wiggle them somewhere around there. So that either means there's a big drop or there's a big move to the upside. I think it could be both actually, based on the sequence of the cards. So, but if there's a profit, rule of thumb with SMA to get out as soon as you can with the profit and just take the funds and reposition yourself. As far as the 1 year is concerned, we predicted a lowest low taking place on the cusp of February and March, and we should very, very shortly see a huge move to the upside. In the early part of March. What's interesting is we have that sorrow card there, and we have the sorrow card here. This is what a blue star indicates, a cross-trading congruency, something that I'll talk a lot more in depth about in our Investor Profit University, where you can learn how to trade this stuff from somebody who founded it and has been trading this information for 25 plus years. I've been trading since E-Trade was the only online broker. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin. Render, we just added a bunch of information about this crypto render to the Total Access Discord, with a multi-year trade and a multi-month trade added into that Discord channel. So if you've got Total Access, go check that out. If you don't, I'll show you how to get it at the end of the video. If you're just hopping on, there's two ways you can ask questions. You can sign up as a supporter on our YouTube channel, Tarot for Traders, $50 a month, unlimited questions on our lives. Or if you've got a paid subscription through our website, that gives you access to the live Discord or live stream questions Discord channel, where you can ask questions throughout the week. So this is what happens sometimes. With a monthly, you have to give it plus or minus a few days, or these ellipses right here. The big ones are always based on a 1-year chart. So you can see how when we get closer, I can narrow it down. We just missed it by a few days, but we did see this price level coming into play here. This is what we're seeing basically for Bitcoin in March. Another example. This is stuff that you would see as part of monthly access subscription. But that's exactly what the Truce card will do. Rally into key resistance, and then you abruptly turn around and you decline all the way back down to where the rally started. Likely go lower there, a bit lower. Looks like tomorrow, but that's most likely, this dark area here is most likely where you want to enter into a long for a quick swing trade or a longer swing trade. All right, let's get into some of these Discord questions. So part of the early access subscription live stream questions. Oh, and Ethereum Classic. Somebody there was a super. I forget what you call it, but somebody donated on the last live stream, and I totally saw that they asked the question after I'd already closed the stream. But they were asking about Ethereum Classic. So before we do any of that stuff, let's do an Ethereum Classic for that person. And my apologies. That was not intentional. I wonder if it's just... No, there we go. I've never paid much attention to the Ethereum Classic, but let's see if it's got its own... No, we'll go with this here. Where did it go? All right, so let's say for 2025, the overall trend direction for between now and the end of the year of 2025, this is 3 pokes through the same trend line, or followed by a sharp drop off of the 3rd poke. And it does look, based on the RSI, like we need to fulfill oversold territory before we start rising again. That's not always the case, especially with crypto. But for the month of March, let's see what we got. Yeah, so we got a prominent move higher and a full retracement. The retracement might be in April. Let's see. Yeah, the retracement's in April. $2026, we see a significant rally with a spike higher. That's on the scale of a multi-year. But that spike higher is the end of the rally, and then we break down again. That's 2026. Hopefully that fulfilled those questions. Will ETH go below? Will ETH go below $1,000 in March? I gotta know, but possibly April. It was just a little unclear, so I might ask that question again at a later date. Will AMD bottom early March? Will it go to 160 or 170 this year? Looks like it's near a bottom, if not at a bottom here, guys. So we're going to see this price level again, but this is basically at the bottom. And we should see a notable move to the upside taking place here. Do we make it to 160? Or do we make it to 170 this year? I got a yes. All right, so I got that marked off. Will Next and OKLO go up 40% from here in 2025? So let's see, OKLO. Actually, what am I doing? I think we've got one, right? Yep. This looks like it's got more downside. Almost certainly got more downside. This RSI is very telling. I'm not seeing 40%. And it looks like we have this marked off for something. That could be the decline we hit, actually, based on what's taking place. That's probably bottom out around this $21 range. And next, this one also looks like it's got more downside. Yeah. Yeah, looks like it bottoms out there around that price range. Do we see 40% gain from the current price in 2025? I gotta know. If you're just hopping on, guys, two ways you can ask questions. You can sign up on our YouTube channel, $50 a month, unlimited questions. Or what seems to be more popular, people with the paid subscriptions have access to the Discord trade alert, where we have the live stream questions we're going through right now. Will mix be... Oh, I missed Ronan. R-O-N-N. I think I think I might have been looking at it on the wrong screen. Yikes. So this is where I see us bottoming out and next. And around here for OKLO. RONN. Will go up big in the next few years. What's the overall trend for RONN over the next 3 years? Not so much. This is probably... Oh, I'm looking at OKLO. Sorry, RONN. Even so, not so much. This is basically just going to be like establishing support, and then basically declining some more is what I see. Not one that I would want to get my hands in, really. Will VIX be massively up by May, June? If yes, how high? So this is another ticker that's covered by monthly access. You can see these chart drawings actually have instructions in them. I'm going to have to update this though. I'm going to move after the live stream. I'm going to adjust these. Sometimes they need adjusting. you know, better to adjust them than leave them inaccurate, right? That way people don't lose money. It's not like anything really standing out there. More so, we see a move to the upside in April, which goes hand in hand probably with like people thinking that a rally is going to turn over or something like that. Probably a good spike in the like August, September cusp as well. VIX, one of the monthly access tickers, I'll show you how to get access to that subscription at the end of this live stream, is Sends another way, a very good buy now with a big long-term potential. Oh, sorry, I saw this. It is the third. I'm just seeing this now. This looks like it's got downside. A lot of these charts looking like they got downside right now, guys. It's not a good buy right now. Will it be a good buy in 2025? I got a yes on that. Pretty affirmative yes. Big move to the upside out of oversold territory. So when we see this come down into this oversold territory on the RSI, that's where I would probably want to load up. Probably not too distant future based on the chart. Oh, and as far as how high for the VIX, I don't know. The VIX is one of those tough ones, guys. Please share the overall QQQ progress for the upcoming week, March 3rd through March 7th. Is it going to go up or down? All right, let's see what I can do, Raj. Yeah, this is downward overall. This will be downwards. We'll see sideways rotation near the bottom. Downward for the week. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, wow. Clear kinetics. Still got a back brace on, guys, but I'm going to get an MRI on Thursday. Wish me luck. I don't want to find out I need to get surgery during retrograde. Not on my back. And the Emperor card flew out of the deck for this, so we're probably looking for multi-year support. All right, so Monday was the completion card, so rally turned over. If you look at it from a daily, there was a rally the prior day. Right, so that rally turns over with a decline. Tomorrow we likely have another rally that's halted by a sharp decline. A peak on Wednesday that we sell off from pretty notably. And then an unexpected move higher on Thursday, followed by multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance on Friday. overall to the downside. So, and that's from Monday. So from this price level, we should be lower than this price level by the end of the week, 510.81 roughly. Let's see about price levels here. Probably there. Oh. Wasn't supposed to be a ray. All right, so let's see if this is where we're going to bottom out. Probably goes lower based on where we are on the RSI. You're just hopping on. I'm trying to find out where we're going to bottom out, roughly what price level. Yeah, probably around here, guys. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty big drop, guys. And this does look like multi-year support, matter of factly. Right, from a 1 week chart. This is multi-year support. So I might even go with slightly like right there. It's probably where we're going to bottom out, so like 397-ish. CTM and OKLO price for March. Should you sell CTM at the recent high? This is going higher in March and lower in April. So we probably peak on the cusp of March, April, somewhere around there. A lot of the 1 years are showing a peak there. So I wouldn't sell out of it yet. No, I would hold it. Nancy Pelosi stock. Is that going to have 20 to 30% returns by the end of Q2? This looks like it's got downside as well. Everything looks like it's got downside right now, guys. I gotta know it's not gonna do that. Not by the end of Q2. Will silver reach $50 and Hutch reach 60? Man, I wish my parents could have stayed in silver, but they needed to sell. Story of their life. Let's take a look. Silver is something that's covered with the total access subscription. I'll probably update that tonight, actually. I mean, I don't even know how long ago I drew those because I haven't looked at silver. Matter of fact, this is where we were. No. Yeah, it was like somewhere right around here that my parents needed to sell. So not that far off. It still would be something to stay in. So this attempts to establish support in March. There's some tricky chart behavior in April, so be mindful of that. Does it go to $50 in 2025? I got a no for that. Does not reach $50 in 2025, silver. And will Hut reach 60 in 2025? This one definitely looks like it's near a bottom, if not at a bottom, guys. Based on all these other ones going down, like looking like they need more room to the downside, this might continue lower. But we're near bottoms here, guys. Does it go to $60 in 2025? I got a yes for that. $60 in 2025. So that's a pretty solid gain, being that it's all the way down here at 14. Really solid gain there. Interesting. That's like a monster rally. I'd probably exit here at 30 just because that's the smart traders play, and I'm not right all the time, but it does say it's going to 60. All right, so that's it on the Hey Lenzo, I'm seeing your question here. I might as well do it here on the live for you. Would you be so kind to inform me when is the best time to buy tomorrow, and what is the expected high for this year for Toyota Motors? I don't even remember what that ticker is. I haven't looked at it in so long. Oops. So this does look like it's got downside as well between now and the end of March. Pop and a drop. Interesting. So this should have an unexpected move to the upside this week. Attempt to establish support the following week. A decline back down to revisit support levels the following week, and then bumping along resistance sideways the third week overall, or the fourth week, excuse me, overall bullish there. But as far as tomorrow, I'm not really seeing anything that stands out great tomorrow as an entry point. Although to answer that type of question, like you want me to give you the entry on a 1-day chart, that requires custom readings to be done, my friend. Just so you know, you would go to Order Now, Custom Readings. This is 1 month of consecutive stocks. We don't do crypto, just too much work. But that's basically like these SPY 1-day readings. You get 1 month of consecutive readings for whatever the ticker is that you're interested in. That's how I would be able to answer entry and exit on a day trade sort of basis for you. Is you want to trade based on timing with SO Meta. If you give yourself like a price point as an exit, about 50% of the time you're going to miss that price point. It might be like just a few cents. It might be like $1 or something, you know, depending on the scale of the reading. But you want to look for range and timing overall. That's the most effective way to trade this SO Meta stuff. So we should at least hit 200. Yeah, so around 200 would be the highest high at some point in 2025. To get into the actual timing, like down to a week for 2025, that's another custom reading. You would get that here. 1 year report, click here to order. This is $500 a month, sometimes on sale. Or if it's on the list, it's already been done, it's you get 100 off. And the custom monthly is actually a similar thing. The 1 month of consecutive dailies, this is our most expensive custom reading, but you're getting a ton of information. It's the most detailed it gets. All right, with that said, guys, let me show you guys how to get the monthly access subscription. You saw all those chart drawings on the charts I was looking at. All that stuff, you have access on our website, Terra for Traders. If you get the total access subscription, go to Order Now, hover over Order Now, click on Subscriptions. Total access subscription, it gets you 1 year charts for all of these tickers in crypto. Have been done for 2025, and there's probably more to be added. We even have some 2026s. With chart drawings and Discord trade alerts. This is $500 a month, $300 a month here for monthly access, which gets you the monthly predictions, but with day-by-day sequence of chart events and highs and lows for each month to the day for all of these crypto and tickers as well. Both severely underpriced. You can make that stuff back with one trade, my friends. With one trade. Oh, good thing Sudeep reminded me about QUBT. I was literally about to hop off Thanks, my man. So let me see here. See, we've got chart drawings for QUBT all the way out through the end of the year at this point, based on the 1 year that I was able to draw information from. But as far as what we got going on here in March, this is what I'm expecting. And if you've been following the channel for a while, then you know I drew these red ellipses a while ago, guys. A while ago. I mean, we were over here when I drew these red ellipses. Oh, I put that one in yesterday, but this one, really. See, February 5th, 2025. Right, so that's been in there for a while. People have been on point. But as far as the day-by-day sequence of chart events, I'm going to do that real fast for you guys because I know there's a lot of people interested in that. As far as the timing of the highest highs and the lowest lows, that's stuff you get with the monthly access subscription. Just showed you guys how to get it. If you're just hopping on now and you're interested, just scroll back through this video once the live stream is complete. I got to tell you guys, March was really, really something else as far as timing the highest highs and lowest lows. Just really something else. But overall, we should see a sharp drop tomorrow and then a pretty significant rebound to the upside. It might even be that we have a decline. Sorry, not tomorrow. On Wednesday. Tomorrow we should see sideways crisscrossing back and forth through the same price level, and usually that confirms a bullish trend. It doesn't look like it confirms a bullish trend in this case because on the 5th we've got out of a decline a big move from the bottom of a range to the top of a range, and it's hard to say. It may be that there's a sharp unicursal hexagram drop at the beginning of the day and then rebound, or after this big move from the bottom of the range to the top of the range, we have the sharp decline. Hard to say. We'll have to see when we get closer, but there is indication to open up short position at the end of the day on the 5th. It's a little risky, though, because we've got volatility ending with a fast sudden move higher and a prominent peak possibility here on Friday the 7th. Most likely, though, you could close out of it this day, and if not this day, you could close out of it here on the a short position here on the 10th. But decline through multiple supports there on the 10th. We've got a failed attempt to break through key resistance and a decline through key support. We should see a prominent trough and prominent peaks there. A crest on the 11th that we sell off from through multiple support levels, and then a rally on the 12th along a diagonal trend line, ending with breaking through horizontal resistance, another resistance, and then pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels. A brief peak that's easily missed on the 13th, followed by a decline through multiple supports. Some price swinging into the 14th. Be very cautious on the 17th. Some sort of tricky chart behavior going on there. A prominent peak and possibly a prominent trough on the 18th. There'll be an important resistance that's highlighted there that we failed to break through many times before, and or we failed to break through many times in the future. And midday, there should be a sharp drop into a trough on the cusp of the 18th, 19th. On the 19th, out of a prominent trough, huge move to the upside, pushing the upper end of a range higher. Crest on the 20th turns over. We break down to and through support to meet another support. Matter of fact, we break down to and through support, and then we do a U-shaped reversal, and we come back and reuse that price level as support with a trough at the end of the day. And likely a big move to the upside out of it. Prominent peak and another prominent trough on the 21st. A lot of price change covered there. There's probably a good day trade in there. Hard to say if it's probably a bearish day trade, but, well, actually, hard to say. Really hard to say. We'll have to look at that in real time. But this is probably a great exit for long positions here. The Magus card usually indicating a good exit. Flat behavior on the 25th. Actually, a rally higher to key resistance, flat behavior, and then probably what we have, and we open and close around the same price level there on the 25th, but with a move to the upside into key resistance and then an abrupt turnaround back down into a trough, likely there on the 25th, and then an unexpected move to the upside on the 26th. A peak at the beginning of the day on the 27th with a breakout. Doesn't look like the breakout holds. Quite a bit of volatility. But there is, like, out of a decline, an unexpected move to the upside. And then on the 28th, we've got bumping along resistance sideways. Some bullish behavior. Well, actually looks like we have a significant trough at the end of the day there. But likely like a move to the upside before that in the beginning of the day. Or over the weekend into the 31st, where we have a rally halted by a decline through key support. And it looks like we successfully find support in April. Now that usually indicates like there's a decline and then we find support, but there are cases where we successfully find support at a higher price level, so you have to be careful of that success card. In any case, that's QUBT. I'm going to cover Theta as well, and then I'm outie. Guys, I don't know if you guys caught the SUI trade, but we were talking about 2025 being a huge year for SUI. We were out around here, right? When we were saying it's open up. It was actually, no, we were all the way down here. This was like under $1 when we discussed it. We were all the way down here. We were saying buy SUI, and you can look, it went all the way to $5. Right now, it's still within the price level of this ellipse. So I'm going to add another ellipse here. Any case, that's an example of total access subscription info. That was a huge gainer, under $1, went to $5 in about 1 year's time. All right, so let's take a look at Theta. Theta is another one that currently we're covering it on a monthly basis by the day, but this is one that's discontinuing probably in April. So be prepared for that, guys. Wow, still headed south. So annoying. This is why I'm getting so tired of this freaking coin, because it just keeps going south. We see these lows, and then we get to this low, and then we see more lows, and then we get to those lows, and we see more lows. It's just like insanity. What is going on here? We should have some sort of move here at the end of the month, though. Gosh, I hope, because I really want to see people exiting for a profit here. If you're in longs, you could cost average down. Just be careful not to go over your risk tolerance on this, guys. All right, so on the 4th, an important trough on a multi-day scale. On the 5th, sideways rotation. Big move higher, more sideways rotation. On the 6th, we've got a rally that turns over, creating a crest, turning into a significant decline on the 7th, where we attempt to establish support at the bottom. It looks like we successfully find support on the 8th. There's a move to the upside. I advise not to chase a rally into a peak there on the 8th. Around the cusp, we should be back at a trough with another unexpected move on the 9th to the upside. So a prominent trough and a prominent peak probably on the 9th. Fast sudden move higher on the 10th. Multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance on the 11th. On the 12th, out of a decline, big move to the upside into a key technical price level on a 1-year chart scale. Sideways rotation on the 13th. A decline on the 14th to revisit a support level we recently met before. Prominent trough somewhere here on the 14th, 15th. A lot of price change covered on the 15th into and or out of an important support level on a multi-day scale. Sideways fluidity, equal amounts of bulls and bears, inflow and outflow on the 16th. Usually follows, like it uses like a major support to do that sideways fluidity along. It looks like bearish price swings on the 17th. With a big move to the upside at the end of the day on the 17th into key resistance on the 18th that we then decline from and return to probably in the same day. There's a prominent peak here, but if it's not the same day, then it'll likely be here over on the 21st. Possibly. Probably the same day. Actually, it might be that fortune card. In any case, oh, matter of fact, it's the next day. It's the 19th because this red here is the Ace of Wands indicator. So probably close out of it. You open up a long position there, declining from the resistance. You could open up a long and then close along when we revisit that resistance the following day. Either some pretty big price swings or a notable reversal on a multi-day scale taking place on the 20th. A lot of price change on the 21st, creating a significant trade opportunity that'll stand out amongst other trade opportunities throughout the month. And a big breakout to the upside out of a significant trough there on the 21st, 22nd. Price swings, and a prominent peak on the 21st, 22nd, as well as prominent trough on the 21st, 22nd. Price swings on the 23rd, a crest that we sell off from through multiple supports on the 24th, into a rally along a diagonal trend line, taking us into a prominent peak. From a trough midday, big move to the upside into a prominent peak. And then a prominent move higher, full retracement on the 26th. An important range on a multi-day scale highlighted on the 27th. On the 28th, we've got a prominent peak on a multi-day scale. We probably flatten out around that peak at some point. Looks like it's towards the end of the day. Another move higher, full retracement on the 29th. Sideways rotation on the 30th with a sharp drop that'll stand out in that period of sideways rotation. And then on the 31st, we have a decline through multiple support levels taking place. A new high of some kind after making lows. A new high of some kind. Actually, it's not after making lows there, but there should be a prominent peak or a new high of some kind taking place in April. Probably right on the cusp of April, March and April. But with the 1 years, you need to give them 2 weeks of wiggle room on the timing, so be mindful of that. All right, my friends, that's it for this live stream. Guys, don't forget to follow through on the rule of karma. That is super important for the channel. It's the whole purpose why we're doing this at such low prices is to help people with the intent, with the understanding that those people are also helping other people. So you want to go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. 5% of all profits from this information should be donated forward to one of these charities. Or like if there's a homeless person on the street that you feel like needs money, give it to them. Just make sure you're passing it forward. You're paying it forward. 5% of the profit should be donated back to the channel through one of these links as a form of gratitude. Gratitude begets more gratitude, my friends. Leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you're an angel investor of the channel. Universe is going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. If you're regularly doing that, following through on the rule of karma, we're going to add you to the Angel Investors Discord channel as well. Much love and appreciation. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.